I'm going to tell you the story of how Walt Disney went from making award-winning short-form animations to feature-length animated films such as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But this story isn't about making better movies. No, this story involves a man you've likely never heard of. His name is Kay Kamen, and he worked with Walt and Roy Disney to transform their organization. So what did he do? Was he a producer? Did he manage to sell Disney films to other networks? Let's find out. It's 1932 and Mickey Mouse had been created a few years earlier. Urban legend tells us Walt got the inspiration for the character because of a pet mouse that he had adopted while working in his Laugh-O-Gram studio. After a bad experience working with Universal, Walt is about to win his first Oscar with Flowers and Trees. But Disney had a problem. While their work was getting noticed, there was little thought about anything other than the next film. Walt was very happy with putting everything he made from the previous film into the next. But this only allowed them to do so much. Their dream was to create feature-length animated films, their first being Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which started production in 1934. The challenge with this new direction is that the film would cost over $1.5 million to produce and to take over 4 years to make. So how does a company stay afloat when they are making films that cost so much and take so long? Many in the industry who had heard about Disney's plans to move from shorts to feature-length animations believed Walt and Roy Disney had signed the death warrant of Disney and would soon become bankrupt. But they hadn't quite appreciated what Kay Kamen had already started to give Walt and his brother. After a few failed merchandising attempts, Walt had seen a department store display created by Kay and his company. He contacted Kay and asked if he might be interested in working with them to help sell their IP. Kay's response? Well, this now legendary story sees Kay withdraw his life savings from the bank, sewing the money into his coat in preparation for his 2-day journey from Kansas to California. On the train journey, he was so scared of getting robbed that he couldn't sleep for the entire journey. An unrested Kay arrived at Disney and pitched his idea of how he could help them merchandise Mickey Mouse. He took all the money out of his jacket and spread it dramatically across the desk, saying, "If you hire me, all this money is yours. I don't know how much business you're doing right now, but I guarantee you that much plus 50% of everything I do over that amount." Walt pulled his brother Roy over to the window to quietly discuss the offer. When they turned back to shake hands with Kamen, they discovered he had fallen asleep in his chair, exhausted from his wide-eyed 48-hour trip from Kansas City. Within the first year, Kay had set up over 40 licenses for Mickey Mouse products. And by year 2, he had managed to make over $35 million worth of sales from Disney merchandise. One of the now legendary products of these licensing deals was a Mickey Mouse watch. Despite the Depression, in 1933, 11,000 of the watches were sold on the first day at Macy's. Ingersoll, who had bought the watch license, was their last-ditch attempt of saving the company. It allowed the company to increase its dwindling number of factory workers from 300 to more than 3,000. A spokesman from Ingersoll would later say that the incredible success of the Mickey Mouse watch saved the company from bankruptcy. It became clear that Mickey Mouse was hugely popular, and this allowed Kay to negotiate some staggering deals for the time. In 1934, at the height of the Depression, General Foods paid $1 million for the right to put Mickey Mouse cutouts on the back of their cereal boxes. In the same year, Walt claimed that he made more money from Mickey's merchandising than from Mickey's cartoons. This added cash allowed Walt to continue his dream of making long-form animations. And it's likely without Kay, we might not have the Disney empire that we have today. So what can we learn from the Walt Disney approach in today's world? Well, explore how passive or additional revenues can help you with your long-term goal. And look to partners to help you achieve your dreams. I hope you enjoyed the fable. Do give us a like and do consider subscribing. We post nearly every week about design, science, design thinking, brand and digital. Thanks again and see you in the next one.